Gipio checking in. Hello, Gipio. I saw it was exactly 9 o'clock, so I had to fire up so I wouldn't be late. 10 o'clock Eastern. Antler says, I see a big head. I see a big giant head. It's fantastic. Antler, are you having a good St. Patrick's Day? Did you do anything fun today? New deed, Delving's Introduction. Completed Delving's Introduction. Really, I don't remember doing anything with Delving's. It's very strange. Had Arby's for Din Din. Well, there you go. Do you know Mrs. Mustafa has not been in the mood for Arby's? I keep suggesting it to her because I have to drive past that nice new shiny Arby's in Elkhorn every time I go to visit her. You're already interacting with an NPC and can't open the door. It's very strange. I know, Mrs. M loves Arby's. Her taste buds are all messed up. I should probably try making kimchi fried rice and taking it to her. See if that doesn't perk her up a little bit. I am an idiot. I'm like, where am I going? Okay, that does it. I was going to save my port to the housing area, but I'm going to go ahead and pop it. I was like, oh, I'm close enough. I can just ride out there really quick. Yeah, unless you ride the wrong direction. It's a brain thing. It's okay. And, oh, lest I forget one of the things I wanted to do. Let me shout out. I want to make sure I get the name correct. A Lotro player named Gamerkeeper, who's got a channel he's starting up on YouTube. If you just do a search for Gamer Keeper, you should be able to pull up some of his videos. He reached out and said hi to me Wednesday night when I was on with the gang, and said some very nice things about me, which is neither here nor there, but mentioned that he got inspired to start putting YouTube content together as well. And we'll go ahead and give him at least a vocal shout out, hopefully to encourage him. But if you're looking for something to check out on YouTube, go check out Gamer Keeper's YouTube content. He's out there along with Andang Fire and Bloodborne and lots of other creators who are putting up Lotro content on YouTube. I myself have a little, but I mostly just post stream replays on the Lotro channel so that folks can catch the stream if they're otherwise busy on Friday nights and or have something better to do. Let's get some task items turned in, shall we? And that resets the task at hand. We'll get that going. Got plenty of cracked axes. Bacchus checking in. Hello, Bacchus. I'm doing well. I made split pea and ham soup for dinner, and it turned out terrifically well. It was completely from scratch, except I did use boxed low-sodium chicken broth. Actually, I might have used full-sodium chicken broth. No such thing as too much salt when it comes to peas, but I got it seasoned very well. It was quite yummy. I had 3 bowls. It was super yummy. I did save quite a bit of the pot, though, and hopefully can take some out to Mrs. M tomorrow. Stream title says Druids is still on. Nope, not on my screen, Ginger. I think you need to refresh. Anybody else want to confirm that they're seeing Adventures After Dark on the stream title? Okay. Yeah, sorry, Ginger. You might just need to refresh the page. If you were watching Druids earlier and left the browser open, perhaps. Okay, good now. Good. But I appreciate you letting me know that there could potentially be a problem, just so we could double check it. One of the things I do, and I do it for 2 reasons. The first of which is so that somebody else isn't streaming under my name, and thereby sullying their own good reputation. But I changed the channel title to your name here, both in the streamer command and in Donnie checking in. Hello, Donnie. If you type !streamer, it will pop up the streamer currently streaming and point you to their channel. But when I get done at night, I change it to your name here. And that's both to avoid somebody accidentally having my name up while they're doing their content, but also it lets you guys know, hey, the channel always needs good quality streamers. Your name could be here. Just send Cordova a private tell, a direct message on the Lotro forum. Say, hey, I've been streaming Lotro and I'm interested in joining the stream team on Lotro Stream. And maybe send him a link or 2 to a couple of your old streaming videos so he can check you out. If they'll let me on here, the requirements are obviously very low. And there's a lot of great quality streamers out there who aren't on Lotro Stream. And if they wanted a spot, there's plenty of room in the schedule for you. So whether you're relatively new to streaming or a grizzled veteran, come by Lotro Stream. Zinger changes username to your name here Goes after Ed, has all the work done for him. There you go, Zinger. So Zinger was kind enough to notify me that the Before the Darkness mini expansion was available for Lotro points in the store. I went ahead and bought it. Keep working on cracked axes. So, Shadow Before the Shadow. There you go. I didn't sleep well last night for some reason. I posted a Twitter of my homemade pizza, which turned out spectacularly well, by the way. I'll see if I can pull that up real quick. Yeah, it's not letting me. Super weird. We'll try that. Anyway, there it is. Looked good. Was just pepperoni or any other toppings hidden on there. When I do pepperoni, I like to do a layer underneath and then a layer on top. And they're not really visible in the picture, but I had a pretty generous sprinkling of onions. And onion and tomato and melted mozzarella. The pepperoni's just gilding the lily at that point. It was delicious. The crust turned out, I was afraid the crust might have gotten a little dark, but it wasn't. It was nice and crispy and thin. And the toppings were just gooey and delicious, and I wrecked that whole thing. The funny part is I was hoping, I'm like, we gotta have a smaller pan, because I've got a really big pizza pan that I use I have to make two doughs, a double batch of pizza dough in order to use the big pizza pan, and it's just me, so I didn't want to make that much pizza. So I was digging through our the pull-out drawer under the oven where you normally keep your broiler pan and stuff. And Mrs. Mustafa had bought this beautiful baking sheet at Goodwill for $1.99, and I know that because the Goodwill price tag was still stuck on it. Thing had been down there for ages. She'd never cooked on it. It hadn't even peeled off the tag. But I dug it out and used that to make my pizza, and it was a perfect fit, and the pizza turned out wonderful. And my split pea and ham soup turned out wonderful tonight. I've really been enjoying cooking again, although I guess it would have been Wednesday night. I wasn't feeling too much like cooking. I just made the shrimp ramen that I normally make for Mrs. M when she's home. Take shrimp flavored ramen and cook it per the instructions, but while it's cooking, you drop in 2 or 3 pre-cooked shrimp that are frozen, and they just thaw right into the soup. And then after you drop it in a bowl, a little bit of diced green onion on top, and then drop fried egg on it. It was terrific. So I know now why Mrs. M likes that when I make it for her. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of cooking at home lately, which is good. I go out every day for lunch, so eating 2 meals a day in restaurants is just kind of blah. And it's no fun dining alone, so it's more relaxing and cheaper to cook at home. And I have been taking advantage. So what else do we have? More cracked axes, maybe? Oh, I am out of cracked axes. Hopefully Bacchus won't notice that I am out of task items. So if he starts mailing them to me again, I'll have to go mail him a bunch of fishing trophies, and it'll just escalate. We'll get some more. We'll get some more task items tonight, I'm sure. All right, let's see what the hobbits have for us. Tome of Defense. Anyway, I don't know if it's because I ate all the pepperoni pizza last night or what it was, but I was very thirsty last night after I ate because, you know, there's a lot of salt in mozzarella cheese, there's a lot of salt in pepperoni, there's a lot of salt in tomato sauce. And then, you know, I drank several Coke Zeros with the pizza. Had some water before I went to bed and was still kind of... So I had a bowl of cereal late just because the dairy helps soak up some of the saltiness. And woke up at like 3:30, then woke up again at 5:30, rolled over and kind of semi-dozed off. It was a little bit of a restless night. So I'm a little tired tonight. But for a snack, I got Ghost Pepper Blue Diamond Almonds. They're not the kind that make me go blind. Gipio says, don't worry, Ed, I got you. Put some bangers and mash, or in our case, some seasoned steamed baby potatoes in the Instant Pot. Oh, okay. There you go. Does this door actually go somewhere? Just into the wall. Oh, I thought I had some branches and some other stuff. I must have just gone ahead and vendored that stuff. Oh, no. There's a strong branch. Gundabad soil. Alright, well that opens up some pack space for me and allows me to show off our copious amounts of fishing trophies. Not as many fishing trophies as Bacchus has in his own cottage, but, you know, what can you do? Singer celebrating his quarter of Irish ancestry. Yeah, I was told there was some Irish lineage in our family tree, but my whole bloodline can best be described as mutt-like. I don't remember if I looted his crate or not. Yes, I must have. Okay, good. And thank you, Cannableck, for making that available. It's come in quite handy for finishing up some of the crafting tiers. Oh, Bacchus actually did send me some task items. Potent Resolute Shoulders of Tactics sold. Awesome. Somebody paid 300 silver for those. Good deal. Oh, Gipio hooked me up. Thank you, Gipio. That's what he meant when he said I got you, Ed. Yeah, definitely not out of cracked axes now. Your delving stone, wow. Yeah. Tonight we delve. So since it hasn't been available for points until now, I haven't done delvings, and now I can. So that's probably what we're going to do tonight.
Evening, Ed.
Hi, Bacchus. Delighted you have electricity.
So am I.
I'll bet.
In fact, I think I might have electricity for the whole day for a change.
Oh, well, that's fantastic.
Stage 1 starts at 500. Oh, I have until this evening by the sound of it.
Congratulations.
Well, we'll see how long it lasts. I have zero faith and confidence that it will be for more than a day or so.
Hopefully it'll last longer than love and not as long as herpes.
These are good things, yes. That's a good unit of measure to use.
Ginger asks, what server are you on? Well, you can only do delvings at level cap 140, so I am on Evernight, and I'm told we can only run them solo duo.
Unfortunately.
So Bacchus is here, and we'll run some delvings. What do we need to do to launch them?
Well, from here we've got to go to what does your quest say?
Oh, let's
take the unnerving Zircon to a mission given card. Okay, so we need to head to somewhere in Swanfleet.
Cardalan or Swanfleet.
Yeah, we can get there from this guy down here.
Ginger said, "Okay, I'm going off to bed then. Have fun." Ginger, you have a good night.
All right, night, Ginger. We could maybe head down to Mosswood, pick up the travel point for you there, and we can go and find one of the mission givers down there. Yeah, the one of the unfortunate things about the delving system is it only applies to the missions in the new mission area. And instead of having one mission area with 10 or 12 missions for you that you can choose it as delvings, they are spread all over the place.
Alright, well I can't swift travel there, so you want to summon me when you get there?
I'd love to, but unfortunately I'm on the wrong character for that.
Okay, I'll need instructions then.
Alright, easiest is going to be then head to Bree.
Okay, well that's relatively easy since technically we are in Bree.
Hello there.
No, you're in Ered Louis.
Oh, are we? Okay, well there you go.
You're in the Elven housing area.
I'm not paying attention.
That'll be a good thing. Because it's a little bit irritating. You go and do one or two here, and then you got to go to the next place and do 2 or 3 there, and it can get a little bit annoying. Actually,
All right.
speed is not a bad idea. And then we ride for the mission giver.
And for glory.
And for glory.
So as of today, I once again have the entire game unlocked. I picked up Before the Shadow, and I picked up Further Adventures of Elrond's Kids, which I hadn't bought previously. So, and I still have like 4,500 Lotro points sitting in the
Very nice.
account, just waiting for whatever they come out with next. Heck, who knows? I might go hog wild and even unlock Brawler if they put it on sale for like 200.
One of the few things I haven't unlocked myself yet.
Oh, it's through this gate here in this
That's correct.
fortress they unlocked this gate. Good, I always wondered where the hell this went to. There's a similar gate in Enidwaith that almost looked like the two regions were connected through here.
Oh, they've added in quite a bit of landscape down here.
Oh, good. I always liked this area and thought it was a shame it just sort of dead-ended and didn't go anywhere.
Oh, you'll be happy to know that now it does. Yeah, they've extended the old forest a little bit as well, down to the south. That's off to the east of where we are now, or not west. West of where we are now, excuse me.
Well, Wednesday night we went and got that discovery point and did there's a 6-man raid? 6-man
Yes,
instance?
that's right.
Inhabitants of the Vanished Realm.
Greetings, friend.
Oh, looks like they may have already made a few changes. There's a lot more missions in here than I remember there being
Greetings.
before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here.
All right, well, are we just going to work our way down the list like we normally do?
By all means. Alright, there should be a quest that he's... Or did you finish that already?
Yeah, I turned it in.
Alright,
So,
then... Right,
first one is Karn Host Command Post.
100%. Click on that.
Stay a moment.
Right, in your bag, you should have a Delving Zircon map.
I do.
Right, what you do is you go over here to this Delving Stone,
Mm-hmm.
and you click on that, and this is where you choose what level of delving difficulty you want.
We're
You can either
doing...
run it as a completely normal mission, or you can choose to do it as a delving. And
Okay.
this is how you choose it.
And Tier 7 is what we want for best gear.
Tier 7 is what you want for best gear, but you only have a Tier 1 Delving Stone. They set the system up that you have to do a Tier 1 to get a Tier 2, a Tier 2 to get a Tier 3, etc., 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 unless you buy them. Next to the mission giver who gave us the mission, there's a Delving's Quartermaster who will sell you the Delving Stones for the... You remember the bags of gold that you can buy from the banker?
Mm-hmm.
Use those to buy Delving Stones. But they are looking at, I think, changing that a little bit for the in the next update. But yep, once you've used your Delving Stone, you'll notice there was a malice spreads through the area, and that is how you know the delving is now active.
Okay.
And a tier 1 delving is nothing too dramatic, typically. But if you have a look, you see how they're dropping all sorts of nonsense on the ground.
Uh-huh.
You definitely don't want to be standing in that, certainly on the higher difficulties. If you look at the mobs, you'll see they've got extra abilities under their health bars. And it can actually get quite nasty depending on the level. A tier 1 delving is it's fairly Mickey Mouse, but by the time you start getting to tier 4, tier 5, they start getting rather challenging.
Alright, well, we'll enjoy the simplicity of it until we can't anymore.
But yeah, that essentially is delvings for you. It's regular missions, just with some modifiers that make them quite a bit harder as you go up the difficulty. Up the delvings, and they're looking at expanding it to 12 tiers of delvings.
So there's supposed to be a boss we're going to go defeat?
I think he's at the back here. This is where a hunter would come in handy. No, he's not at the back. Not that I can see, but we might as well.
Killing orcs is never wrong.
Yep, and they do count for the Slayadine. Yeah, under the current system, you do have to be pretty careful. The different malices, which are like the buffs that the bad guys get. I don't know if I think it might be a somewhat random decision what the mobs get sometimes. And sometimes it can just be brutally unfair, and it can make it pretty much impossible to actually finish delving, certainly solo. It's a lot harder for melee characters because, well, as you see, that's a very common mechanic. You'll stand in something very nasty. So you definitely want a mix of ranged and melee. Ah, here we go. Here he is. Yeah, they are making some changes to the delving system based on feedback they've gotten. It sounds like good changes, generally speaking. Alright, then you come back and you hand in at the mission giver as normal. There's actually 2 hand-ins though, so you need to... there's one for the delving and then one for the mission. And the delving one will give you a delving chest as a reward. So if you have a look in your bag, before you choose the next one.
Okay.
Alright, you see that's your...
Tier 1 delving chest?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I was actually more worried about the agate, but I remember now, yeah, the first time you do they give you the complete one for the next one, so you can... Normally what you would have to do is, you see the delving quartermaster? If you're right.
Yeah.
If you click on him, because your delving stone is consumed when you start the delving, and it puts a cracked version of the delving stone in your back in your bag. So you need to trade that cracked one for a full one or a complete one.
Okay.
So that you can run a delving again at that tier.
That seems fussy for no reason, but all right.
Hopefully that's one of the things that's changing. I can't remember. They are changing delving stones, but I don't know if that's the way they're changing them.
Pot and Finberry checking in. Hello, Pot and Finberry.
Hey, bud.
So, Carnost Courtyard?
Yeah, by all means.
Stay a
Alrighty.
moment.
And now we can do it on tier 2.
Now you can kick off a tier 2. Clear the orcs out of the courtyard, so we just go and kill everything.
Okay.
Yeah, by tier 5 or so, you do not want to be standing in this blue puddle. It will squish you very quickly. Are we in the courtyard now that we need to kill everything, or is there a...
Special Courtyard? I don't know.
Well, like you said,
Let's murder them all.
killing orcs. Yep. And there's a bead, so...
We can take these stairs up.
Oh. Nope, we've finished. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do 10 delvings a day, but there are more than 10 missions that you can choose to do. So you can actually, and over time you will get to know which delvings, you know, which ones you want to do, which tier, and so on, or not at all do at a given tier.
How
So you
can I be
do
of
have a bit of
service?
choice. If you get a mission here that you don't like, you can
How may I help you?
you can go somewhere else.
Oh, I took the Delving Zircon and I didn't want that, did I?
No, that's that's your delving reward.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see what you mean. On the, but you need the tier 1 gem to be able to run the tier 2. You need the etc. Or no, you need the tier
Okay.
1 gem so you can run a tier 1 again.
Well, it gave me the Bloodstone.
Yep.
And do I want to open these Delving chests?
Yeah, by all means. The tier 1 to tier 5 are fairly bleh. But they are changing the rewards to make them more useful. I mean, I just got some black ash wood, which is whatever. But they are changing that so that the rewards are consistently more useful. Because people were getting, for a tier 10 delving reward, it got as bad, you'd get 10 copper. Literally 10 copper ore.
Nice.
And people did not enjoy that very much. So they've at least already made the change that you get a crafting picker box where you can choose what you want. But still, after completing a tier 10 delving, you do not want a crafting box. That's the tier 10 are not to be trifled with. So yeah, that's another thing that's changing. I think, is it this Wednesday? I think we might be seeing a change as early as this Wednesday. But You also, I think were you lucky? Yes, you did get a set of gear there. The tier 1, 2, 4, or 5 will give you, normal like landscape quality gear. Tier 5 and 6, or 4, 5, 6 will give you a purple piece of gear, which can be quite nice. And the tier 7 and above will give you teal gear, which is the equivalent of the tier 2 raiding stuff, just without set bonuses.
Greetings.
Okay, Crown of Karnost.
Would you do something for me?
Mm-hmm. Find and defeat the true leader. Right, that's quite a nasty debuff they've got on you right there. You're going to want to... Alright, so as you see, with the increase in tier, when you kill those mobs, they explode. And that poison they put on you when they explode leaves quite a nasty debuff.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Are we just looking for one particular dude?
It looks like it. Find and defeat the leader. Doesn't look like you need to kill everything. And I'm sure you've noticed how they're aggroing from a lot further away.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, that's also something that is tweaking with the changes that are coming in. Nope, not in there.
She's been having a few down days. She hasn't been feeling well lately, Zinger. Hopefully she'll get past it. It's nothing serious. Guess you need to bring her some Spam stew. She would like that.
Yeah, that video I linked. I don't know if that... No. Evidently people like it, but I'm not gonna lie. It did not look all that appealing to me. But yeah, different stripes, different folks.
From my understanding, yeah, that's basically Korean street food. Instant ramen with hot dogs and a nice slice of American cheese melted over the top of it.
Ah, found the bad guy. Well, found a bad guy, at least. Yep, Quantum, we do both get the quest.
Orc Slayer of Cardaland complete.
Well done. That didn't take long at all. And conveniently enough, we only need to go as far as this guy.
Perfect. Hello, this guy. This is like short attention span adventuring.
That it is. Some of them can get quite long and painful, though.
How may I help you?
But generally speaking, yeah, they're designed to be like 5 minutes of fun. And they count towards your weekly missions.
And you've gone on to...
I've gone to the next one. Drothkin and Hounds.
Would you
Okay.
do something for me?
Arthur says you both have to have the mission wrapper. If the second person doesn't have the wrapper, they get booted. Oh.
So it's the same as like a normal mission. You both got to have the same mission.
These are hotter than I remember.
You say that like it might be a problem.
No.
Good, good.
They're still pretty yummy.
Damn it, I can't see because of the trees. Yeah, I think these guys are dropping an extra puddle of something now.
Okay. Ginger's back.
Welcome back, Ginger. We missed you.
But our aim is improving. Oh wait, that might be something different. Never mind.
Now to find more bad guys.
Down here. Oh, maybe that was a landscape mob. He folded like a cheap tent.
Yeah, it's landscape guys.
That's weird.
Oh, they're kind of towards the deed, so. I do believe I've found. Nope.
Ginger has decided that she wants some cookies. An utterly complex says, suggestions for complete noob like myself getting into Lotro? Any easy settings I should be aware of or servers you may recommend? There's really not a difference between the servers other than the VIP legendary servers. I wouldn't worry too much about the servers, but there's some classes that are easier for new players and some that are more difficult. So,
Yeah, on
Pontins.
Champion are definitely your two most starter-friendly classes. Ed, head to your southeast.
I would also recommend Guardian as being fairly straightforward to play. A little slower to kill at first, but that gets corrected fairly early on nowadays.
Yeah. I can't say that Redline Guardian, I've never really noticed that it's particularly slow. And there you go.
Okay, find the scout.
That might be a bit tricky.
No, he's right over here.
Ah, there we go. Hunter and Champion. Hunter class, best class. I love that class. Champion is also a lot of fun. Champion is a melee DPS class, which is a lot of fun.
Guardian is melee tank, and Hunter is ranged DPS without spell casting.
Yep. He pews.
Yeah, but the nice thing about Lotro Otterly is it starts out as a fairly simple basic game, but as you progress and gain levels, they add layers of complexity to it as you work your way up through the leveling process. So it starts out fairly straightforward, and you get crafting, and then you get horseback riding, and then you get the ability to do instances and skirmishes, and you can unlock epic battles. And by about level 50, you start getting into the legendary weapons system. And Egarther says Brawler is fun and relatively simple class, but it's not free yet. Someday. Ooh, I've got an inventory problem.
If you get the Delving Edelhorn tokens, you know, the Hope tokens, those are very nice. They last through death.
How
So
can I be of service?
it's definitely worth keeping those in your bag and saving them up. Oh, and the Delving Writs that you're also being given as a reward can be used to barter for gear.
Okay.
With the usual thing being that you need quite a lot of them to buy a piece of gear, and the second that you buy the piece of gear you need, you're gonna get it as a drop on the next mission.
Naturally.
Yeah, and there's no refund mechanic. But fortunately, these are all bind to account, so you can pass it along to another character if you have.
Okay. I was going to mention Utterly Complex. One of the best things you've done is found Lotro Stream. So if you do have questions or you want some advice as you're playing through the game Utterly, this channel is always full of long-time, knowledgeable, and friendly players who are happy to give you quality advice. So, yeah, just check back here. And I'm, I always joke that one of the reasons I like streaming Lotro is so my viewers can explain stuff to me. But there's just a lot of good folks who hang out in this channel. Whether I'm streaming or somebody else is streaming, you can always pop on here whenever the channel's active and get some quality advice and help. So.
That's a very nice community. Excuse me.
Oh, all those tiny squares. Yeah, this is end game stuff. It takes a long time to build up this many squares. Most of that's inventory. I've got combat skills and healing skills, and I've got some mounts and pets, and yeah, it's... Don't worry, like I said, it builds up. You'll start out with a fairly simple control set and just add bit by bit. By the time you get to this level, you'll barely notice it.
Yeah, you definitely want to clear some inventory space.
Welcome, friend.
Grodbod Carapace Shield. I don't think I need that. It's cosmetic, though. Don't really need wet fur at this level.
Yeah, oddly, my hunter, typically I play Blue Line, which is the landscape-friendly version. There I'm using maybe 5 abilities, 6 abilities on a regular sort of every time in combat. This Guardian is a lot busier. You've got a lot more buttons to push with the Guardian, but as Ed was saying, you start off a lot slower where you've only got like 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Hey Goofy, how you doing?
Hi, Goofy.
Champion, same sort of thing. You'll have 4 to 7 abilities on most characters that you use on a regular basis. You'll have a lot more in your bars, but a lot of them are situational, where you're not using them all the time.
Alright, well, I at least opened up a little bag space. On to the next one.
What do you need?
Siege of Surland.
Stay a moment.
By all means, I will meet you there.
How high would a junk carryall be on an F2P buy list priority? I did spring for a pretty big carryall. I've got a large crafting carryall. Full of cooking items. For me, task item would be nice, but not essential. I don't know.
Yeah, I find that on my character, just a small crafting carryall is fine. That captures all the current tier of crafting stuff that I'm playing through, and then I've got large carryalls. I've got about 5 of those in my bank that I keep the like all my wood in one, all my ore in another, all my scholar materials in, so on and so forth.
Is there a junk one?
Not that I'm aware of. That. Ah, okay. That's what's the word I'm looking for? A gauntlet, there we go.
Yeah, you're not wrong. This is already starting to get annoying as crap.
I do not seem to be able to make any dents in this guy. Actually, Ed, are you... Okay, could you maybe take care of that defiler on the other side then? Or at least keep him busy?
The one that's casting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's healing and keeping these other guys alive. Because I'm just not making a dent.
I will endeavor to persevere.
Thank you. Finally.
That was a weird slowdown for no reason.
You just gotta touch him out. Yeah, I'm not surprising them. Well, I'm not surprised, rather, I should say. Oops. Yeah, if you can get the defilers down, this looks like it should be manageable, but getting the defilers down is tricky. Well, the good news is 10 seconds and we're done.
Well, fantastic.
Last stand of island. Ooh. And he's right here.
Nothing to it.
Egg, I think that was on tier 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was on tier 5. Yeah, if you did that on tier 6, we would have been dying and running a few times at least.
I think I beat myself a little.
What can I do for you?
That did get a little bit busy at times, yeah.
How can I be of service? How may I help you?
Steps of Karanost?
Sure.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Yeah, there's a couple of these where you just, oh, there we go, I finally got a piece of yet.
Congratulations.
And it's something of an upgrade over what I have. Tactical mitigation, parry rating. Oh. I shall have to tweak that. Yeah, typically out of 10 delvings you'll get 1 or 2 pieces of gear. Or at least that seems to be my luck so far. I'm sure there are people who've done thousands of these and pretty much never got any. Ah, there we go.
Oh, I like this one. I got stunned before I could even throw my first spell.
Yep. Ooh. I think we're going to be doing a certain amount of running here.
Alright, I'm already hating the camera angles.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky.
No, it's just annoying. It's bad design.
Well, if you'd like to do something else.
No, that's fine. We'll get this finished up, but it's almost Witcher 3-like. Let's get on a narrow stairway where no matter which way you're looking, the camera blocks you. Instead of being able to observe the battle, it's basically just staring at the back of a wall.
Ah, we got more bad guys right on the other side of the gate.
Well, and why the stupid mechanic to have us beat on a door for this long? I mean, was that really necessary? Did that add anything to this? No.
I've got an idea this is another one of those that people don't do very often.
You're probably right. Oh, another door to break down. Cool, this is super fun.
If you're going to do this one, you do it on a low tier.
Better get the language bleeps ready. Oh, I'm dead.
Oops.
Yeah, I'm just highly annoyed. And I just, all of a sudden I'm having trouble throwing skills. I'm clicking buttons. Stuff wasn't going.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of misses as well. But that's your delvings. Or your malices.
Am I retreating and running back?
Yeah, sure. That's a nice thing about delvings is you typically can retreat and run back in quickly. I'm just not hitting this guy.
Oh, I'm already back in combat, so I can't eat or pop scrolls. Thank you. And again, I'm just about ready to throw my first spell, and I get stunned instantly first. This is just annoying. Well, it seems like it's really important to break the totems. If there's a totem up, it's a problem.
Oh, it's these defilers
Yep.
with their healing. The totems, I think, just slow you. But the healing and the debuff that they put on you where you're just missing everything all the time.
The stuns are pissing me off, I'll say that.
Yeah, those I'm managing. They're not too bad.
Well, they're just annoying. They're rhythm breaking.
Yeah, part of the problem here is you're effectively so short range, you may as well be a melee class. So
Yeah.
you're right in the middle of all the crap with me. If you were red line, we'd be having a lot less of a struggle with this, perhaps. Or you'd be having less of a struggle because you wouldn't be in as much of the debuff.
Well, somewhere I'm sure Chromite is still laughing at me, still being in yellow line.
Well, it's, I think the meta currently is yellow line for landscape. You definitely want to clear those debuffs you've got on you, though.
Well, I also wanted to pop scrolls and eat food.
Yep. Yeah, scrolls and food definitely start becoming, but it becomes very, very expensive because on the higher tiers you die. Some of the missions you must just be incredibly patient and kill a mob and let his buddies kill you and, you know, whittle packs of mobs down one by one by one. And from tier 6, 7 it starts to become, excuse me, quite...
I got stunned fighting a door.
There's bad guys on the other side of the door.
It's still
Can't see
stupid.
them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Still stupid. Stunned again because we're still fighting the door. Neat. And we're still in combat, so I can't redo food or scrolls.
You got guys running down towards you.
Okay.
No, they've come back up to me. Yeah, that might be a little premature.
Now, as long as it's Bacchus and Ram, I think tier 10 delving should be fine. We've reached the top.
That was a little painful.
And more than a little annoying.
If they tweak down the number of...
Highway
times,
Cavalier
that would be
nailed
good.
it. That's one badass door. Exactly.
Yeah, I think the challenge there was the number of defilers. If there were like half as many defilers and you weren't pulling 3-4 defilers, 2-3 defilers at a time, that mission would be a lot easier.
Congratulations on working your way up to maximum level. You're nearly godlike with almost infinite power. You have just been defeated by a door. I gotta grab another Coke Zero. I'll be right back.
Not a problem.
It is a problem. I need a Coke Zero. Cheer stream hype.
Yeah, it's not a big fan of missions at the best of times, never mind when you're making them somewhat unfairly difficult. The bridge to Karnost. Well, I think perhaps to save Ed's sanity a little bit, we'll maybe head down to one of the other mission givers, so we can maybe demonstrate that. But I'll see what he says. Yes, the Malices at the moment currently can literally make delvings impossible, depending on the combination. It can just be massive amounts of AoE damage that you cannot move out of, and debuffs to your damage, and yeah, no, it can be very, very painful. Ed, what I might suggest is
What can I do for you?
we head down to it. Do you want to do another one, or is that enough for now?
Greetings.
Yeah, we'll keep going.
Well, let's head down to one of the other mission givers, because apparently the next one that we're doing here, Bridge to Karanos, is about as bad as the last one that we just did.
Yeah, let's try it.
Okay. Joe, you definitely want to clear your inventory a little bit.
Well, and it's also a little bit stupid that I'm getting like level 13 task items at level 140.
That's from the orcs that we killed in the one before this one.
Yeah, it's just... There's a lot of messy parts to this.
Yep. The good news is they are actually responding to input reasonably quickly
Well, good.
and making changes. But sure, once you've done delvings for a while, you'll realize that you'll look at the list of missions and you go, right, I'm doing this one, and this one here, and then I'm going to go to, like, Herne and do another 2 missions there, and then I'm going to go to the farm at this place and do one of the missions there, and then until you've done your 10. You pick and choose depending on which missions come up and which malices are up.
And is there
Some of
some
them
reason?
become-
Do I need to keep all of these stupid delving stones in my inventory?
For the next, until the next update. Actually, no, you don't. You need to keep the ones that you're going to use. So if you're not going to be doing any more tier 1 delvings, you don't need to keep the tier 1 delving stone in your bag. They are combining tiers of delving stones moving forward. So it's like 1 to 4, 5 to 7 or 8 or something, and 9 to 12, I think. But yeah, for the moment, we do end up with 10 of them in our bags. There are deeds to do 10 of each tier of delving, which I haven't done in any of my characters yet. They're getting rid of this crack mechanic because, yeah, that's just annoying where if you don't remember to swap your broken stone for a fresh one, you can't do the delve. You've got to exit out and come and get a new stone and then go back into the mission. So yeah, they are definitely tweaking and improving the system. I've got an idea that's going to very much depend on the malices that we're going to be getting. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting more content with delvings attached to it.
Alright, well, I did just pull a very nice set of boots. Or shoes, I should say.
Vitality mitigation, yeah, with the essence slot.
Well met.
This Guardian's
Okay.
gear is very far behind where it should be.
Which gear?
My Guardian, he's still in like the 460 crafted stuff. I thought I'd greatly improved
Would
it.
you do something for me?
Evidently not.
The bridge to Karnost. Karanost.
I will see you inside.
Alright.
Oh, tier 7. I don't know that we're going to get it right to do more than we might struggle a bit with this, but let's have a go. Actually, this is okay, so long as we're not pulling 2-3 packs at once the way we were before. And the filers aren't healing each other. Right, something was giving them stacking mitigations and I'm not sure what, which is why I was trying to drag them out of the... Okay, that's annoying.
Yeah. A lot of really annoying parts to this. Like fighting doors.
That are a lot tougher than they have any reason to be.
Exactly. Like suddenly orcs have mastered carpentry.
Excuse me.
Oh, Garther says, to be clear, a bridge isn't as bad as steps, but it does have doors. Well, why wouldn't you have a door in the middle of a bridge? That just makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, Zing has nailed one of the biggest issues I have with the delving system right on the head. Is you'll do a really tricky, difficult delving, and you'll struggle through it, and you'll die, and you'll come back, and you'll fight, and you'll struggle, and eventually you'll win, and you'll come out, and you'll pick up your delving reward, and it's a clothing dye. Or it's like a crafting item box or something to that effect. You can put in a whole lot of effort and get very little out of it.
Did you just try to pull aggro on that door?
Yes, I did.
Are you proud of that?
Well,
How does that make you
still
feel?
hitting me.
All right.
The door's not the door shouldn't stun you this time.
Well, I'm not even in combat yet. I was actually eating and popping scrolls.
I just taunted it for good measure.
Focusing on the defiler.
Yep. There we go. There you go. That went a lot quicker. Bugger. We got 2 packs of them now.
I got knocked out by a door.
We've, excuse me, we've aggroed the guys on the other side of the door again.
We or you
They
did?
don't seem to be-
Was that a we thing or was that a Bacchus thing?
That might have been a Bacchus thing. Yeah, you know, also, like you say, column A, column B.
Okay.
It's like some things go through the door, but others don't. I just tried to AoE taunt and nothing happened. But your stone just irritated a mob that was standing there.
Don't be trying to shift blame.
Alright, going to the defilers again. Gee, let me try and drag them out of this crap on the ground.
That was super weird.
Okay, I'm not complaining. Take the win and let's go.
Fair enough.
Don't
Yep.
argue with the nice man.
Highway Cavalier says Frodo and Sam would have never made it to Mount Doom if they had to deal with those doors. Exactly.
Oh, there we go. And I just got a very nice pair of gloves. That's why you do tier 7 and above delvings.
You're welcome.
What do you need? What can I do for you? What do you need?
Oh, okay, but you're going to grind your way through the all the doors until you can get there. Actually, if you've got a... No, you can still need to find.
With our engineering skills, we should have been able to take those doors right out. Delving box of crafting materials, delving barrel, delving emerald.
Greetings, traveler.
Oh, Egarther
would you
says they
like
just
some-
disappear when you go far enough along the bridge. That's why you just run for the scout. Now we know. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Excuse me, would you like some cracked axes?
I'm okay for now. You want to mail them to me, I'll leave them in my mailbox until I need them.
I can do that. Anna and Lynn, you don't say things like that on stream. Be nice. You don't shame people here.
No, he said axe, Antler. Axe.
I've already done a whole bunch of you get quite a few of the deeds done for this area just by doing
Running the
delvings.
delvings, yeah. Yeah, I noticed that when I hadn't touched any of the landscape content, but was still completing deeds.
Nah, I'm good, thanks, Gippy.
Gippy will hook you up.
Yeah, I sent Ed must have been 15, 20 stacks of task items over a couple of weeks.
Okay, now I found something else to complain about. So, crafting ore. Open it up. I'm a jeweler. Yeah, there's no gold, there's no platinum, there's no ancient silver. It's all weaponsmith and metalsmith ore.
That is actually a good point, and it's not something I thought about. That might be something I to give Cord a bit of feedback about.
So I will chalk that up as stupid also. Because I was like, oh, thank God I can get platinum. Nope.
Because at least you now get a choice. It used to be you had a risk of you got copper or you got rich iron or what you would randomly get 10 of and or. At least you can choose now which one you get. But yeah, they should definitely consider adding the jewel crafting ores to that as well. Excuse me.
Holy cow, I have a whole row of pack slots open. Let's rock. Okay, where are we off to now?
We're going to be heading down to Hernay, or Hernay, however you pronounce it.
Alright, since I've never been here before, that means a lot to me. I will follow you.
I will lead the way. I'm just typing a message quickly.
Okay, I'll eat some almonds and drink some Coke Zero. Tonight's snack, as I mentioned, Ghost Pepper Seasoned Blue Diamond Almonds, and refreshing, crisp, and delicious Coke Zero.
Oh, ready if you are. And you get to enjoy a little bit of the scenery around here.
Very nice.
Yeah, this strikes me as a sort of a mix of kind of Wells of Langford meets Iron Hills. Excuse me, certainly as we get around the Hernay area. The landscape artists have done their normal bang-up job. They've done a really good job of putting the questing areas together. Or the zones, at least. And depending on your view settings, you may actually be able to see the town we're heading for.
Well, I don't have a 7900 XTX. I can barely run Lotro on my 6700 XT, so I'll try to limp along here.
What war steed are you on, by the way? You're on a medium, I think.
No, I generally match the war steed to my armor level, so light war steed for light armor characters, heavy war steed for heavy armor characters.
I shouldn't
I'm
be
not a
running
light
a
war
link.
steed. You're not. I'm just behind you.
It seemed like I was pulling away a little bit.
Well, I can check and see. Oh, I am in medium mode. Good catch.
Well, if you want to stop for a moment.
Yeah, I think I have both a medium and a light trait tree. I'll just switch trait trees.
Yeah, I noticed your green dot was getting further and further behind.
Well, I've been doing a lot of mounted combat, so it was important to make sure I was on the right setting. He said sarcastically. Yeah, this does look very Dwarflandish.
I think pretty much all of the settlements in no, not all, but the majority of the Swan Fleet and Cardolan settlements have got a mission giver. Excuse me, with at least 1 or 2 delving missions that you can do, or missions that you can do as delvers. Is it Astar's caravan that we were just at? That's the primary one that's got typically at least 5. And I think this is the next large hub. This place has usually got as many as 4.
Hello
It's a
there.
bit surprising they've only got 1.
Mind my words,
But yeah,
traveler.
siege breaking. I wouldn't recommend we do it at more than tier 7 though.
Okay.
We can be brave and try tier 8 if you want, but that's... Oh, you've run past the...
Yeah, he was blocked by a tree.
Yeah, like with a lot of missions, things can take a little bit of time to pop in.
Okay,
Excuse
now I'm
me.
going to click ready. Don't run off and start fighting. Food and scrolls. Actually, it looks like food and scrolls are still active. Go kill something.
I need food. We still got a hug token. Yeah, we're good. Let me just get some food in me then. Okay, I'm gonna head up for...
What the hell was that?
Oh, good grief.
I didn't realize these orcs had rail guns. I was not expecting to get one-shotted. That was kind of crap.
That was a bit rude. No, we need to be careful about not pulling too far forward. Come back here. Ed, can you drag that one that's beating on you down here to me?
Now I'm going to die. I had to run through a bunch of red to get to you.
I'm dragging them back towards the start.
Oh, I was just stunned and now I'm dead. Perfect. Like, why can't I retreat?
Yeah, we need to be careful to pull these guys backwards, not forwards. I think we're going to find ourselves very quickly and easily overwhelmed if we aren't careful. Ah, that's useful. Like, apparently they are reducing the number of mission hubs to 3. Let's pull these guys backwards.
Yeah.
There's a patrolling archer that I think if we give him chances, he's either going to come down here, we can pick. Damn it, too late. Pick him off by himself, or wait for him to go away so we don't have to fight all three at once. Yeah, by tier 6, well, 7 to 8, you need to start worrying about crowd control, how many you pull. Certainly if you're low gear, low skill like me. Yeah, that I can actually believe. It's not often I think that burglars get a chance to do that kind of thing, but it is quite reasonable. Come on, Mr. Papa.
Burglars rule.
Burglars are fun.
I don't understand why you even like hunters. Hunters can't even burgle.
Well, burglars can't pew-pew from range.
They can, actually. Yellow line burglar is basically a casting class. I'm going to wait for these puddles to clear, because if I get stunned one more time when there aren't any opponents in front of us, I'm going to lose it.
You might get a little annoyed.
I already lip-synced a word I'm not supposed to say on Lotro stream. Begins with an F, ends with uck. I'll let you figure it out.
Fire truck?
Exactly. Fire truck for the win. I knew you'd get it.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't supposed to say that. Right, let's see if we can line of sight pull that guy down the hill. Come here. Come on.
You got stunned.
That I did. Oh, it's alright, that guy got stabbed. And beaten, and shield bashed.
That was pretty funny. What was that instance we ran where we had to kill the dude's dog?
Oh, Sark Vaughan.
Yeah. Which was a Swan Fleet instance. So,
yep, that's the one at the end of the quest line.
yeah, our Wednesday night group was running group content, and we did Storm on Methedris, where you curb stomp the old lady at the end, and then we go to kill the dude's dog. I'm like, are we even the good guys anymore? This just doesn't seem right.
I have no idea who and how we pulled this guy, but yeah.
He was down below somewhere.
There we go.
Fantastic.
Darn it.
Oh, you kill a guy's dog and Blood of the Black Serpent, too. There you go. And the Hound Mother in the by Combe. This game's going to get deplatformed if it's not careful.
Megavanen.
Yay! I got a lump of brilliant silver, which you use to upgrade. There's a necklace I think you get from Delvings.
May I help you?
Which is quite a rare drop.
Well, that's nifty.
Alright, and from here we need to now head to one of the other...
Oh. Pristine, benevolent Delver's Hood.
Hey, Celestia. Very nice, well done.
Yeah, that's probably worth equipping.
I think you can barter for essence boxes. Let me just confirm.
Oh, whatever essences I need, I know Zinger will craft for me. He loves essences.
Yes, Delver. No, that doesn't.
Celestia checking in. Hello, Celestia.
Excuse me.
How was Elder Scrolls tonight, Celestia? I saw you were streaming earlier. Cotton says I've done missions where I've killed nothing because game is very slow at loading some in places. Once I collected everything I need and once I got to scout, all mobs finally spawned. That's pretty funny.
Can't complain about that.
Alright, we're headed somewhere else.
Well, if you want to carry on doing any more delvings.
Yeah, what the heck else would we do tonight? Antler's off to bed. See you folks tomorrow night. Antler, take care, get some rest. I'm glad the Big Ed Mustafa effect worked and it made you drowsy. Remember, do not watch Big Ed Mustafa unless you have a full 8 hours to devote to restful sleep. Do not operate heavy machinery after watching Big Ed Mustafa.
Yeah, I typically have a nap after we finished on a Saturday, well, my Saturday and Sunday mornings, but yeah, I've got a fiber guy coming around to install a new ISP account, so I won't be able to do that this morning.
Well, as I've mentioned, I am not immune to the effect. I've watched replays on Saturday morning and knocked myself out. I've gotten plenty of naps in late Saturday morning because I watched my replay. But it helps check for lighting and sound and just to make sure I wasn't doing anything too goofy. Pon says it's true for me every night, 8+ hours of sleep. That's, if you could sum up the best advice I can give people, 30 minutes of exercise a day, 7+ hours of sleep per night, and every time you make $5, save one of them. If you can sock away 20% of all the money you make, you'll never have to worry about money. Kipia says Tuesdays and Thursdays are the only days I don't get good sleep. I'll tell you when I don't get good sleep, Kipia, is when I'm getting ready to go to bed and you invite me to come and play Apex with you. And then I'm up way too late. Still worth it, though.
Excuse me. Wait a second.
You led us to the
Hey.
wrong place?
No.
What?
But we're in a level 20 area.
Mm-hmm.
And do you notice what I'm doing?
Oh, mounted combat.
Yeah.
Your mounted combat skills are not grayed out.
This has been something I've actually been complaining about for a while. I mean, why restrict us from doing mounted I mean, if I'm level 100 and I'm running through a level 20 area and I'm puking things, yeah, what difference does it make if I'm on a war steed or not?
Because you're breaking the game. Oh, I can't. That's interesting. Mine are grayed out now. They weren't before. You ruined it.
That's weird.
If you hadn't said anything, mine would have stayed working.
Oh,
You
I
jinxed
know,
me.
but
Oh,
still.
now they're active again. That's super weird.
That is rather strange.
Yep.
Hello there.
Alright, I have the
Just like
Carnos
those
Stable Master.
Nope, I dismounted, got back on, and yeah, it stays at. Oh, they flashed grey there for a second. But yeah, no, I can actually.
Discovered the Central Tower.
We may not have a. I think I brought us to a wrong place. I think this is just a quest hub.
See, that's what I was thinking.
Although, if you remember, we did do some delvings here, including a rather annoying one where we had to beat down doors crossing the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's definitely delving missions at Surlock's farm off to the east of it.
I was thinking that Bacchus is wrong and that if he attacks the general, everything else in the tent will attack us too. But I didn't want to say anything.
Nope. Ah, there we go, it's grayed out. It looks like it's a bit hit and miss.
Mostly miss.
You know what it might be? I think it might be if you're within a certain range of an area where a delving mission takes place.
Because so many of the delvings involve mounted combat?
Well, it's level 140.
Yeah.
So maybe that has something to do with it.
Maybe, but there weren't any
No,
delvings
because
there.
Yeah, no, you do delvings at that place though.
You
Some
said
of the
doo-doo.
missions happen there.
I know what you meant. I have to jack with you.
That is part of the fun.
Ponton says, I think it's a bug. I remember in Yondershire, every time you entered a village while on a war steed, skills would turn on.
Well, let's see if that happens now. Yep, there we go. As we enter the area, I can use my war steed skills. That's a very strange little bug.
Just in case we want to ride in and murder all the villagers from horseback.
Mm-hmm.
Can I smite this chicken? No.
Worst game ever if you can't kill chickens. Right. I'm on Fern.
Another longtime pet peeve of mine with this game. Why can hunters not hunt cooking items? You have to buy conies in the store. You can't just hunt a rabbit.
This is true. true.
Would you do something for me?
Beat the half-orc captain. Well, what tier do you want to do this at, Ed?
Oh, we'll keep grinding 7s. We got to get me a nice fat repair bill. Okay, don't rush off and kill stuff yet. Get back here.
Yeah.
Slow your roll. Okay, let's get some food eaten. Let's get some scrolls popped.
Scrolls look good, and token looks good for now, so... Unless did you die? Yes, you did. Sorry. So you will need... Well, let me pop scrolls. I think it's my
Okay.
turn.
Now, you remember I got insta-gibbed by the
Yep.
railgun-toting orc?
It's also upper... Oh wait, are we going the right way? No, we're not going the right way.
I'm following you.
Yep, and I do believe I'm going the wrong way. And I'm getting stunned.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
inclined to let these guys fight and then kill whoever wins.
Singer says, what is a ranged enemy? From what I recall, one of the malices involves increased range damage. Yeah, it felt like I got popped with an arrow and just dropped.
Oof, I am taking a beating. Can I drag these guys out of this trap? Come on, come to Papa. No, don't run away and throw. Why do you have to be like that?
So we can't have nice
congratulations.
things.
Well, I don't know.
Ponton's got to be off for now. Have fun storming the castle. Ponton, have a great night. Hopefully we'll get a chat with you more this weekend. Take care, buddy. Go get your 8 hours.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, you got him. Well done. Expert training has turned this marksman into a deadly, or turn this creature into a deadly marksman. Plus 150% range damage.
There you go. Bloodborne checking in. Sup, nerds? Hello, Bloodborne.
Hey, Bloodborne, how you doing?
If you don't already know and follow Bloodborne, you have been living under a rock, but we will salute him nonetheless. Not that he
Nicest
needs my
Terran locker.
endorsement.
Are you making friends over there? Yes, you are making friends.
I thought you were with me.
I'm trying to find my way around this place. Don't worry, I'm on the way. Just in time for you to kill that bad guy.
Things are good, Bloodborne. I am just, yeah, you have a lot of gall saying he's got the nicest hair in Lotro, and Celestia's here too.
Actually, there may be a little bit of competition there.
Yeah.
Who did we make friends with? Those guys.
Oh, there's a whole army coming down on us.
This could get entertaining.
I think Celestia and Bloodborne could do a collab where they do, you know, hair care tips and product endorsements for various conditioners and
I'm back here.
Bloodborne says, well, I was first.
Yeah, I think Celestia's definitely got you beat on volume. Maybe I should step out of this. Okay.
There we go. Anyway, Bloodborne, I am learning about delvings and doing delvings for the first time. They finally put Before the Shadow in the store, and I was able to buy it with Lotro points.
Ah, there we go. Found Captain. He's down the hill to our north. Excuse me.
Alright, well, make sure you go charging after him before I get a chance to heal or clear my debuffs.
You probably found we went completely the wrong way, and we've like fought our way through about 30,000 mobs that we didn't have to. But
That's right, it's more fun that way.
yep.
Much to Zinger's disappointment, we're not actually doing a speed run.
Figure a mob called a bruiser would be a melee class. There we go.
Zinger says, I'm just here for the speed deaths. I think Gippy and can agree. I've only died 5 or 6 times tonight, guys. Bloodborne says, Big Ed, I'm going to be doing some real-life fishing next weekend. Going to try to throw on the backpack stream, too. Sweet, I look forward to checking that out. Where are you guys going? What are you going after? Bika says, hi, Ed. Have to focus now. Official channel. You can't slack now. I slack all the time. Oh, just fishing for largemouth at the farm. Nice. Man, you're lucky. It's still pre-spawn here in Nebraska. We had a bunch of cold, wet snow yesterday. It's still kind of good because we need the moisture, but...
How can I be of service?
Interesting, I can already get travel skills.
I would not recommend spending your delving writs on travel skills.
Okay. Well, actually, I don't think it was.
What you need?
How many is that?
How
We've
can
got?
I be of service?
7, 8, 9. I think we can do. Can we do one more? Or have we done 10?
What
No, we
I
can do
for
more.
you?
No, you can only do 10 delvings a day. You can do a lot more missions a day, but you can only do 10 delvings.
Gray Flood Marks, not delving whatevers. Although I don't have enough to actually buy the travel skill yet. Do I care about Gray Flood Marks?
Not right now.
Okay,
You'll get
we're
this
going to
requesting
do
through
the Tearful Tomb.
May as well.
Alright.
Might I take a moment of
I
your time?
think we might be able to do one last delving. Well, let's have a look.
Oh, I must have to go back to replace my broken aquamarine.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, it's fine. I can do it.
Oh, wait.
Here we
Okay.
go. Yep.
Alright. It's kind of all over the place here in the Ohio Valley. Celestia used to live right on a lake, but now she has to drive a bit. Guess you're spoiled. Sounds like it. There's a,
They got
a
sneaky ones.
Corps of Engineers dam site at the park where we fly our model airplanes, and it's normally a good fishing lake, except they drained it for some reason, so now it's just a big mud flat. Fortunately, our flying field is up the hill, so we can't smell dirty algae-filled mud. Must look pretty weird. But if there's any greater joy than farm pond bass, I'm not sure what it is. There's a few farm ponds down south of Omaha in Cass and Odo County I like to hit. Got permission to fish them, and man, if you get the right weather and water conditions, you can really tear them up. It's a good time. Most fishermen don't keep their largemouth, they put them back, but they are delicious if you actually keep them and eat them.
Yep, they do taste nice.
Plus, if the lake has an overabundance of smaller keeper-sized fish, like here in Nebraska, a master angler largemouth is 5 pounds. But if you're catching a bunch of them that are 2 or 3 pounds, you can actually help grow more trophy fish by culling some of the 2 to 3 pounders and eating them. Depends on the population of the body of water, though. By removing some of the competition for food, you can help the remaining fish grow larger. If we start having trouble getting me killed, we might lose Gipio and Zinger as viewers.
Okay, so I must let them beat on you a little bit more in future. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind. Stop running away.
Bloodborne says we stocked it maybe 10 years ago and they just eat. Nice. Yeah, they grow big faster the further south you go. Here in Nebraska, it takes a long time for a largemouth to hit 5 pounds.
We,
Not 10 years, but probably 3 or 4.
Steps down to the side here.
Planning on going live bait, fishing with lures exclusively. Little from column A, a little from column B.
I think we keep going down the steps.
Okay.
Okay, where's the bad guy? Well, oh, there we go. He's at the back here.
I never doubted it.
Right, now to find the scout.
It's a little weird we'd have to go all the way back up to find him. That'd be the first time, wouldn't it?
That would be, yeah, that does seem a little strange.
There were some more blowgamills down there.
Yeah, I've got
We
an
didn't
idea we
fight.
need to clear them.
Yeah, I think we need to go forward, not up.
That does seem quite plausible. I admit, hoping that we would be able to finish without having to.
Oh yeah, there's nothing back here. Weird. There's another red dot back there somewhere.
It looks like it's outside the mission area, though.
Okay.
Well, you can't get through that way.
Oh, Zinger says the scout is by the entrance.
Yeah, he's right here at the right back at the beginning.
Boo! Boo for having a double all the way back.
Yeah.
I still don't see him. There he is.
Greetings.
I'm out of inventory space. That's just crazy.
What do you need?
Oh, there you go, Ed. There's your delvings.
So those are delvings.
Those are delvings. As much as you don't enjoy missions, and found these somewhat annoying at times, it's worth doing them. It's a good way to get some gear. Especially like tier 7 and above, you start getting the tier 2 equivalent gear. It's quite nice.
Those weren't
Nice.
horrible. Some of the regular missions we ran, it just seemed like we were running around in circles looking for the last whatever. These at least seemed relatively straightforward, except for this last one where we had to go clear back to the entrance again.
And killing doors, that was a little bit...
Yeah, there were a couple of mechanics I found very annoying.
But yeah, well, as you see, you get some very nice gear out of it. You've got, excuse me, looks like 2 nice upgrades.
Yeah. And when we ran regular missions, I don't recall getting anything worthwhile at all.
No, it's regular missions are basically just currency farm and XP farm. It's brilliant for leveling characters and for working on your reward track. But in terms of gear reward and that kind of thing, not really.
Well, there you have it. All right, well, I'm now a veteran delver. Hooray for me, and I've made it to Swanfleet. So it's been a big night.
Swanfleet, the quest lines down here are actually quite a lot of fun. There's some good quest design down. Well, there is a certain amount of weird quest flow where you're backwards and forwards between areas a few times, but generally speaking, the quest content is good.
Weird is good.
And I have another 50 cracked axes for you.
No, you don't.
I think one nice change they could make would be if they, instead of giving you a random gear item, that by all means keep the drop chance the same, but give you a gear token, so that you can choose what piece of gear you want. Because especially on dual classes, like I stand an equal chance of getting a DPS piece as I do a tanking piece on this character, or even a healing piece for a captain. So. And if you haven't got one of those characters that you can pass that piece along to, then it's a bit of a waste, especially because you can disenchant it or break it down to delving writs, but like 10 or 20 or something. So it would be nice to be able to either exchange gear pieces you don't want, or just barter directly for the piece that you do want.
A broken wooden spear. Fantastic. Singer asks, does that Doom skirmish they added give anything other than mark in larger group sizes? Hey, you're nice and warmed up for a Remmerkamp duo. Yep, I think we can go rocket.
Yep, I think we squish a few spiders. I think the Doom skirmish does have a loot table. I think it does drop some quite nice gear. There is, I think there's a cloak. Yeah, I think there's a gold cloak or something that's like missed in the game at the moment. It's a pity. I can't murder low-level mobs in my war steed.
Well, I feel bad for you. I'll probably get over it real quick, though.
That's likewise, but it still would have been nice. I got excited for a few minutes there when I could. Ooh, a little bit of rubber banding there.
Not seeing any water out here.
There is quite a lot of it, just not where we are right now. If we head south, well, if we keep heading west, we will hit one of the rivers, thereby Carnhorst. Yeah, you haven't done any fishing on stream yet, so we need to take care of that.
Well, we don't need to. I've not fished before. But why the heck wouldn't we fish?
Yeah.
Part of exploring Middle Earth is fishing Middle Earth. And this might be trout country, which means fishing out here could be quite profitable.
Looks like just over this ridgeline here, other side of the road, we should find water.
East or west?
To the west.
Okay.
Yep, I found the river. fishing delvings when?
I don't remember
you
if we went
reel
through
the
any delvings with water in them, did we?
Don't think so. Well, I mean, if the fishing line was long enough, that one where we had the doors on the bridge, we could have fished over the side, but maybe.
Maybe. Oh, Zinger says there are a couple. I recall some with dark waters that are quite nasty in a delving setting. I could believe that.
Yes, there are a few. Yeah. There's one delving, or mission delving, whatever, in a swamp area where you're fighting either dark waters or glooms or something, and that was one of those. You know, it's packs of mobs where you've got to kill them one by one and just run back in when you die. I did that with Red Baron a couple of weeks ago. Oh, terrible.
It does sound super fun. I see why you like these.
Yep, it was lots and lots of fun.
We're fishing, catch, and release. You got 2 dace and a catfish, and I'm just catching crap? That ain't right.
Well, doesn't either? I was about to say neither of us are getting skill points, but I just didn't get one. So yeah, I'm getting fish. I'm getting skill points. Congratulations on your minnow.
Thank you. So Bacchus posted a video for a recipe for Korean army stew that's basically made with hot dogs and Spam with American cheese melted over it. And I was laughing. The broth for the stew starts out with large dried anchovies, whole anchovies, and you basically just simmer them to make the broth. There's a panchan, a side dish that gets served sometimes, where it's those dried anchovies that have been simmered in a broth, and they're quite delicious. It looks like somebody left the bait bucket out and the minnows got dried up, but when you eat them, there's not much of a fish taste to them. They're just kind of crunchy and salty in a very pleasant way. But yeah, if you're not used to eating them, they can be quite off-putting to the Western palate. Not because of flavor, but just because of appearance.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that goes into a kitchen, into a meal, yeah, it's possibly a good thing you don't see it being prepared.
Yeah, nobody wants to watch sausage being made. They just want to enjoy it after it's been cooked.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
Well, some of the stuff that Western countries do, if you really think about it, it's like, so what's on top of this pizza? Cheese. Where does cheese come from? Well, you go to a cow or an ox and you milk it. You do what? Well, we're a water buffalo. You milk it. So these are glandular excretions from another mammal. Yeah. Then what do? Oh, you just add bacteria to them. What? Yeah, you leave it out to spoil and dry and age for months at a time. Then you grate it up and sprinkle it on the bread and vegetables. It does taste good. Zinger says, plus you guys are catching stuff worth more than most delving rewards.
That is not as incorrect as you would perhaps like to think. They have improved that, but yeah.
Oh, I did finally catch a dace.
Well,
I have 3 dace.
oh, you're catching me up. I only have 4.
You have a catfish, though, too.
Oh, just the one.
Fun fact about catfish, in Southeast Asia they grow up to 400 pounds. And they're in all the river systems there.
That's not a fish. It's a primordial swamp monster.
Pretty much, yeah. Alright, let's head to a crafting hall.
Closest one is going to be in Herne. Unless you want to fast travel somewhere.
Yeah, I was just going to go to Bray. Aw, my Adventure Steel-bound loot boxes didn't sell. Bummer.
Ooh, excuse me.
No yawning, that gets to be contagious.
What can I say? The big Ed effect is making itself known.
It's working on you too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have been awake since 0400, so. Well. There you go.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
7 days to fillet.
Well, while you're doing that, I think I shall make a cup of coffee, so if you'll excuse me a minute or two.
All right. There we go. %chance, and I'm 1 out of 5. The RNG is not kind to me. 2 out of 6. Alright, that's about on par. Let's see if we can get the catfish too. That's 50%. Okay. That did not suck. Off to a slow start, but we got her done. So that means I have crafted, fished, eaten on camera, managed my inventory, and done my task items. That is a complete, high-quality Lotro stream for y'all on this glorious Friday night, St. Patrick's Day. I enjoyed playing. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. It was interesting to learn about the delving system. I really didn't know very much about it until tonight. Hadn't had before the shadow, so that was good use of time. So Professor Teacher G is streaming. Adela Valathorn is streaming Lotro. Yeah. Thanks for the stream, and guess you can't go hillbilly hand fishing for those. Noodling, it's called, actually. Noodling. We're going to go raid Adela Valathorn. Oh, you must be the broadcaster to start a raid. What? Failed to start a raid. You must be the broadcaster. Am I not the broadcaster? Okay, that helps if you actually do it in the Twitch window and not through Chatterino. Anyway, go say hi to Val. Throw her a follow if you're not already following. And have a great rest of your weekend. I'll be on my channel tomorrow and Sunday. Come by and say hello. And get out and enjoy the weekend. We'll see you guys.
Didn't use it to stream and stuff like that, so it's been everywhere. Oh my god! What's going on? Hold on. I'm in the most awkward place for this. Alright, let me stand right there. Holy shit. Hi, Lotro Stream. Welcome in. Hope you guys are all doing well. Was that, what's today? Friday? Is it Friday? Yes, it's Friday, so it was Ed. Hello, Ed. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Gipio, welcome. How are you? Children of the Corn Raid, welcome in.